Sporting Headlines. I'm James Mason. We're beginning at football, and Marco Silva has agreed to become Benfica's new head coach. That's as the Portuguese club formalised Jose Mourinho's departure for Real Madrid. Silva, he ended his 5-year stint as Fulham boss a week ago when his contract at Craven Cottage expired. Benfica said they had reached an agreement with Silva, who is set to sign a contract until the end of the 2027-28 season, which can be extended to the 2028-29 campaign. Sticking in football, and Bukayo Saka is an injury worry for England just days ahead of the World Cup. The Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Arsenal winger has been struggling with an Achilles issue and cannot take part in every training session. Tuchel also confirmed it was unlikely Saka would start against Costa Rica on Wednesday in England's final warm-up game before the tournament begins. Also in football, and Ben Davies has signed a new 12-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur to extend his stay at the club into a 13th season. The Wales captain only made 5 appearances during an injury-ravaged last season, but he was praised by Spurs boss Roberto De Zerbi for his leadership during a tense and ultimately successful relegation battle in the Premier League. Moving on to golf now, and at Live Golf, Chief Executive Scott O'Neill refused to be drawn on whether the league's remaining events of 2026 will take place, as he outlined the scramble for post-Saudi investment. O'Neill is seeking $300 million from outside backers to keep the breakaway circuit afloat. That's after Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund announced plans to withdraw funding at the end of the year, having invested more than £4 billion since 2022. Speaking on this, though, O'Neill said, "I've had 5 formal meetings so far. I've got 18 more this week and about the same next week. What's been really interesting is how you slice this. Is it one partner, maybe a big private equity firm, coming in for the full 300 million, or do you have 10 or 12 investors at 50 or 25 million? And finally, finishing in cricket, and Liam Livingstone fired an unbeaten 85 from just 31 deliveries as he guided Lancashire Lightning to a 7-wicket rain-affected win over Durham. Livingstone had earlier had bowling figures of 1 for 19 as he removed Alex Lees to end a 76-run opening stand, as Durham posted 128 for 2 from their 10 overs after winning the toss. Livingstone, he then hit 14 boundaries, including 8 maximums in his extraordinary knock, as Lancashire chased down their victory target with 5 balls to spare. The Lightning do remain bottom of the North Group despite their second win of the season, although they have moved level on points with Durham. Elsewhere in the Blast and Northamptonshire Steelbacks, they continued their perfect start to the competition with a 6-wicket win at home to Worcestershire Rapids. In a match reduced to 18 overs aside by the wet weather, Gareth Roderick top scored for the visitors with 47 off 32 balls in a total of 154 for 5. Steelbacks captain David Willey hit 3 sixes and 4 fours and a knock of 47 before an unbeaten 26 from Justin Broad helped the leaders to a 6th successive win with 12 balls remaining. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm James Mason. We're beginning at football, and Marco Silva has agreed to become Benfica's new head coach. That's as the Portuguese club formalised Jose Mourinho's departure for Real Madrid. Silva, he ended his 5-year stint as Fulham boss a week ago when his contract at Craven Cottage expired. Benfica said they had reached an agreement with Silva, who is set to sign a contract until the end of the 2027-28 season, which can be extended to the 2028-29 campaign. Sticking in football, and Bukayo Saka is an injury worry for England just days ahead of the World Cup. The Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Arsenal winger has been struggling with an Achilles issue and cannot take part in every training session. Tuchel also confirmed it was unlikely Saka would start against Costa Rica on Wednesday in England's final warm-up game before the tournament begins. Also in football, and Ben Davies has signed a new 12-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur to extend his stay at the club into a 13th season. The Wales captain only made 5 appearances during an injury-ravaged last season, but he was praised by Spurs boss Roberto De Zerbi for his leadership during a tense and ultimately successful relegation battle in the Premier League. Moving on to golf now, and at Live Golf, Chief Executive Scott O'Neill refused to be drawn on whether the league's remaining events of 2026 will take place, as he outlined the scramble for post-Saudi investment. O'Neill is seeking $300 million from outside backers to keep the breakaway circuit afloat. That's after Saudi Arabia's public investment fund announced plans to withdraw funding at the end of the year, having invested more than £4 billion since 2022. Speaking on this, though, O'Neill said, "I've had 5 formal meetings so far. I've got 18 more this week and about the same next week. What's been really interesting is how you slice this. Is it one partner, maybe a big private equity firm, coming in for the full $300 million? Or do you have 10 or 12 investors at 50 or 25 million? And finally, finishing in cricket, and Liam Livingstone fired an unbeaten 85 from just 31 deliveries as he guided Lancashire Lightning to a 7-wicket rain-affected win over Durham. Livingstone had earlier had bowling figures of 1 for 19 as he removed Alex Lees to end a 76-run opening stand as Durham posted 128 for 2 from their 10 overs after winning the toss. Livingstone he then hit 14 boundaries, including 8 maximums in his extraordinary knock as Lancashire chased down their victory target with 5 balls to spare. The Lightning do remain bottom of the North Group despite their second win of the season, although they have moved level on points with Durham. Elsewhere in the Blast and Northamptonshire Steelbacks, they continued their perfect start to the competition with a 6-wicket win at home to Worcestershire Rapids. In a match reduced to 18 overs aside by the wet weather, Gareth Roderick top scored for the visitors with 47 off 32 balls in a total of 154 for 5. Steelbacks captain David Willey hit 3 sixes and 4 fours and a knock of 47 before an unbeaten 26 from Justin Broad helped the leaders to a 6th successive win with 12 balls remaining. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm James Mason. We're beginning at football, and Marco Silva has agreed to become Benfica's new head coach. That's as the Portuguese club formalised Jose Mourinho's departure for Real Madrid. Silva, he ended his 5-year stint as Fulham boss a week ago when his contract at Craven Cottage expired. Benfica said they had reached an agreement with Silva, who is set to sign a contract until the end of the 2027-28 season, which can be extended to the 2028-29 campaign. Sticking in football, and Bukayo Saka is an injury worry for England just days ahead of the World Cup. The Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Arsenal winger has been struggling with an Achilles issue and cannot take part in every training session. Tuchel also confirmed it was unlikely Saka would start against Costa Rica on Wednesday in England's final warm-up game before the tournament begins. Also in football, and Ben Davies has signed a new 12-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur to extend his stay at the club into a 13th season. The Wales captain only made 5 appearances during an injury-ravaged last season, but he was praised by Spurs boss Roberto De Zerbi for his leadership during a tense and ultimately successful relegation battle in the Premier League. Moving on to golf now, and at Live Golf, chief executive Scott O'Neill refused to be drawn on whether the league's remaining events of 2026 will take place, as he outlined the scramble for post-Saudi investment. O'Neill is seeking $300 million from outside backers to keep the breakaway circuit afloat. That's after Saudi Arabia's public investment fund announced plans to withdraw funding at the end of the year, having invested more than £4 billion since 2022. Speaking on this, though, O'Neill said, "I've had 5 formal meetings so far. I've got 18 more this week and about the same next week. What's been really interesting is how you slice this. Is it one partner, maybe a big private equity firm, coming in for the full $300 million? Or do you have 10 or 12 investors at 50 or 25 million? And finally, finishing in cricket, and Liam Livingstone fired an unbeaten 85 from just 31 deliveries as he guided Lancashire Lightning to a 7-wicket rain-affected win over Durham. Livingstone had earlier had bowling figures of 1 for 19 as he removed Alex Lees to end a 76-run opening stand as Durham posted 128 for 2 from their 10 overs after winning the toss. Livingstone he then hit 14 boundaries, including 8 maximums in his extraordinary knock as Lancashire chased down their victory target with 5 balls to spare. The Lightning do remain bottom of the North Group despite their second win of the season, although they have moved level on points with Durham. Elsewhere in the Blast and Northamptonshire Steelbacks, they continued their perfect start to the competition with a 6-wicket win at home to Worcestershire Rapids. In a match reduced to 18 overs aside by the wet weather, Gareth Roderick top scored for the visitors with 47 off 32 balls in a total of 154 for 5. Steelbacks captain David Willey hit 3 sixes and 4 fours and a knock of 47 before an unbeaten 26 from Justin Broad helped the leaders to a 6th successive win with 12 balls remaining. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm James Mason. We're beginning at football, and Marco Silva has agreed to become Benfica's new head coach. That's as the Portuguese club formalised Jose Mourinho's departure for Real Madrid. Silva, well, he ended his 5-year stint as Fulham boss a week ago when his contract at Craven Cottage expired. Benfica said they had reached an agreement with Silva, who is set to sign a contract until the end of the 2027-28 season, which can be extended to the 2028-29 campaign. Sticking in football, and Bukayo Saka is an injury worry for England just days ahead of the World Cup. The Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Arsenal winger has been struggling with an Achilles issue and cannot take part in every training session. Tuchel also confirmed it was unlikely Saka would start against Costa Rica on Wednesday in England's final warm-up game before the tournament begins. Also in football, and Ben Davies has signed a new 12-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur to extend his stay at the club into a 13th season. The Wales captain only made 5 appearances during an injury-ravaged last season, but he was praised by Spurs boss Roberto De Zerbi for his leadership during a tense and ultimately successful relegation battle in the Premier League. Moving on to golf now, and at Live Golf, Chief Executive Scott O'Neill refused to be drawn on whether the league's remaining events of 2026 will take place, as he outlined the scramble for post-Saudi investment. O'Neill is seeking $300 million from outside backers to keep the breakaway circuit afloat. That's after Saudi Arabia's public investment fund announced plans to withdraw funding at the end of the year, having invested more than £4 billion since 2022. Speaking on this, though, O'Neill said, "I've had 5 formal meetings so far. I've got 18 more this week and about the same next week. What's been really interesting is how you slice this. Is it one partner, maybe a big private equity firm, coming in for the full $300 million, or do you have 10 or 12 investors at 50 or 25 million? And finally, finishing in cricket, and Liam Livingstone fired an unbeaten 85 from just 31 deliveries as he guided Lancashire Lightning to a 7-wicket rain-affected win over Durham. Livingstone had earlier had bowling figures of 1 for 19 as he removed Alex Lees to end a 76-run opening stand, as Durham posted 128 for 2 from their 10 overs after winning the toss. Livingstone, well, he then hit 14 boundaries, including 8 maximums in his extraordinary knock, as Lancashire chased down their victory target with 5 balls to spare. The Lightning do remain bottom of the North Group despite their second win of the season, although they have moved level on points with Durham. Elsewhere in the Blast and Northamptonshire Steelbacks, well, they continued their perfect start to the competition with a 6-wicket win at home to Worcestershire Rapids. In a match reduced to 18 overs aside by the wet weather, Gareth Roderick top scored for the visitors with 47 off 32 balls in a total of 154 for 5. Steelbacks captain David Willey hit 3 sixes and 4 fours and a knock of 47 before an unbeaten 26 from Justin Broad helped the leaders to a 6th successive win with 12 balls remaining. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm James Mason. We're beginning at football, and Marco Silva has agreed to become Benfica's new head coach. That's as the Portuguese club formalised Jose Mourinho's departure for Real Madrid. Silva, well, he ended his 5-year stint as Fulham boss a week ago when his contract at Craven Cottage expired. Benfica said they had reached an agreement with Silva, who is set to sign a contract until the end of the 2027-28 season, which can be extended to the 2028-29 campaign. Sticking in football, and Bukayo Saka is an injury worry for England just days ahead of the World Cup. The Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Arsenal winger has been struggling with an Achilles issue and cannot take part in every training session. Tuchel also confirmed it was unlikely Saka would start against Costa Rica on Wednesday in England's final warm-up game before the tournament begins. Also in football, and Ben Davies has signed a new 12-month deal at Tottenham Hotspur to extend his stay at the club into a 13th season. The Wales captain only made 5 appearances during an injury-ravaged last season, but he was praised by Spurs boss Roberto De Zerbi for his leadership during a tense and ultimately successful relegation battle in the Premier League. Moving on to golf now, and at Live Golf, Chief Executive Scott O'Neill refused to be drawn on whether the league's remaining events of 2026 will take place, as he outlined the scramble for post-Saudi investment. O'Neill is seeking $300 million from outside backers to keep the breakaway circuit afloat. That's after Saudi Arabia's public investment fund announced plans to withdraw funding at the end of the year, having invested more than £4 billion since 2022. Speaking on this, though, O'Neill said, "I've had 5 formal meetings so far. I've got 18 more this week and about the same next week. What's been really interesting is how you slice this. Is it one partner, maybe a big private equity firm, coming in for the full 300 million, or do you have 10 or 12 investors at 50 or 25 million? And finally, finishing in cricket, and Liam Livingstone fired an unbeaten 85 from just 31 deliveries as he guided Lancashire Lightning to a 7-wicket rain-affected win over Durham. Livingstone had earlier had bowling figures of 1 for 19 as he removed Alex Lees to end a 76-run opening stand, as Durham posted 128 for 2 from their 10 overs after winning the toss. Livingstone, he then hit 14 boundaries, including 8 maximums in his extraordinary knock, as Lancashire chased down their victory target with 5 balls to spare. The Lightning do remain bottom of the North Group despite their second win of the season, although they have moved level on points with Durham. Elsewhere in the Blast and Northamptonshire Steelbacks, they continued their perfect start to the competition with a 6-wicket win at home to Worcestershire Rapids.
Back 4 of Chelik, Demiral, Bardacci and Kadioglu. Midfield 2 of Yuksek and Chalanoglu, with a front 3 of Goulet, Kochu and Yil. And we will leave that just there because we are underway in Vancouver for this World Cup clash. The last one of the night, or you could call it the early morning. There's people waking up for work. We're getting ready to end work. It's myself, Kieran Graham, alongside Nathan Wastel to bring you coverage of this World Cup match. We'll describe every game going into it as a thriller because it's the most prestige tournament in world football. It is a pure joy. We've just come off the back of the 2 a.m. kickoff, Haiti versus Scotland. So the late shift for myself and Nathan, as Turkey are in possession now, almost a minute into this one. Nathan, fingers crossed we get a great game.
Yeah, fingers crossed indeed. Turkey come into this in fine form as well. 8 games unbeaten. I think they've only lost 2 of the last 11, so they're in fantastic form. They're coming as favourites, of course. A long time out of the World Cup, 24 years, 2002, only their 3rd World Cup, Turkey. Of course, everyone back in the maybe underdogs, dark horses, shall we say. You know, they've got a good team on paper. Yildiz on the bench, struggling with a calf injury, but surely will feature at some point. Australia themselves, 6 successive World Cup, never got out the group stages for a long time, so they're up against it, but they'll fancy themselves tonight.
Yeah, great ball in from Metcalf, really well defended. I tell you what, there was just no one really charging in, was there, for Australia? Decent start from them, though. They're back on the right-hand side, ball into the penalty area. Not well cleared. Iran Kunda thought about going for goal. Maybe he should have done. It falls back to him in the end, and he loses out towards Kochu, and he finds out a Goulet on the counter-attack. Goulet driving forwards, had the pass, doesn't use it in the end. The Real Madrid star, the young star that is so highly rated, I mean, already almost hailed as a king in Turkey. He is that good. Turkey just in possession now. 2 minutes in, I can finally bring you the lineups in this one. For Australia, they have Beach in goal. Back 3, should I say, of Burgess, Suter and Cherchati. Wing backs of Italiano and Boj, with a midfield 2 of O'Neill and Ocon Engsler. And a front 3 of Iran Kunda and Metcalf, either side of Torre. But I'll bring Turkey's lineup in a moment. But they are just on the attack. Celik into the penalty area. He lays it off for Arda Goulet, cuts inside onto his left boot, goes across for Chalanoglu, finds Kochu, turns away from his man as well on the left hand side for Kadioglu. Chalanoglu is going to hit it from distance, takes a deflection, goes behind for a corner. For Turkey, they have Çakır in goal. Back 4 of Çelik, Demiral, Bardacci and Kadioglu. Midfield 2 of Yuksek and Çalhanoğlu, with a front 3 of Goulet, Kochu and Yilmaz sat just behind Aktakoglu, who leads the line. First set piece of the game is going to go the way of Turkey. It's going to be a corner ready to be whipped in. We haven't seen him yet, but I presume by Hakan Çalhanoğlu, with his real quality from dead balls. And like we said, we've seen him score some absolute worldies in his career. What a shock it is. And Çalhanoğlu over this corner. He's ready to whip this one into a dangerous area. Header won in the penalty area initially by, I believe it was Yuksek. It was who jumped highest. I don't know if he's won another corner in the end, because all the Turkey players have stayed forward. So it's back-to-back corners, 2 successive corners. Decent start in this one. I tell you what, I'm a massive fan of Barış Yilmaz. every time I see him for Galatasaray in Europe, I think he's outstanding. He's got a funky trim. He's got, I don't know what you call it. It's a tame mohawk, but far from tame at the same time. We'll get more on that in a moment. Nathan's thoughts. The second corner's being whipped in, headed away, only as far as Aktoglu, the halfway line. Kadioglu looks to hook it back towards the left-hand side. Italiano gets there and heads it out for a throw-in.
It's been a rapid start to this game, very intense, back and forth. Australia started well, but Turkey now coming back at them, back-to-back corners. I don't think they can keep up this pace for the hour and a half we have of football, but it's been an impressive, intense start. Turkey looking very aggressive on the counter and then trying to get forward. They've now given the ball away. Australia themselves might just try to sit in deep and counter as well. So interesting start to this game, it has to be said. We'll probably just wait for it to settle down between these two. Of course, USA heavy victors against Paraguay yesterday. The host, of course, struggling Paraguay, did not show at all. USA doing very well, so it's up to Turkey and Australia this evening to do well. I think Australia, it'd be very good for them to at least get a point on the board.
Yeah, as we see the ball on the left-hand side towards Kadioglu, who is in possession. He goes all the way across towards Yuksek. Well, it's Australia's 6th successive World Cup, yet to advance past the round of 16. That's, of course, a massive ask. 6 successive World Cups. And Turkey, it's their first World Cup since 2002, which is absolutely insane. We were gobsmacked, weren't we, Nathan, when we'd seen that stat, because, yes, they've never been, of course, giants in terms of the international stage. They've always had good players at their disposal. This definitely seems like their golden generation, doesn't it? They've got real stars. And the big shock to us, Kenan Yildiz on the bench. He's an outstanding player. Get to him in a moment. Australia clear it out for the throw, but that just shows the strength of their team, that he can sit on the bench. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. Big player for them. I think he was struggling with a calf injury coming into the tournament. Whether they've deemed him not fit enough, I'm not quite sure. Yilmaz comes in. You've talked about his strengths and what he can bring. We've seen that in the Turkish league for Galatasaray as well. Champions, of course, this year. But yeah, Yildiz on the bench. They're an exciting team. They play attractive football. Very fast-paced as well. If you love your football and you're a lover of the sport, they're the country to watch.
Yeah, they really are. As we now see Celik goes out towards Çalhanoğlu. That's a lovely dummy from Goulet, who picks it back up. Oh, so goes for goal. Well, that would have been some goal. He puts it over the bar in the end, but lovely fitting play from Turkey. So much one-touch stuff, the dummy. I mean, you can tell he plays for Real Madrid on this pitch, can't you?
Yeah, rapid. Dropped the shoulder, 1-2. Went for that far corner with the instep. You can see exactly what he's going for. Reminding me of that goal he did against Georgia in the Euros a couple of years ago, where he absolutely wrapped it. He was trying to do the same there. Wasn't a bad attempt, but Turkey definitely growing more and more into this game. Australia coming forward, though, right hand side.
Yeah, on the attack, Metcalf with a lovely move. He finds Torre on the right hand side. Does he go for the cross? He doesn't, but he wins a corner right in front of some Australian fans. First corner of the game for Australia in this one. We're looking at Torres' stats. What an impact he made after joining Norwich in the Championship in January. When you join the Championship in a January window, it is not easy to settle in. He's got a handful of goals, popped up with assists as well. I mean, what an impact, like we said, that he made. It's going to be Metcalf, the man of this one, ready to whip it in towards the back post. It's not a great delivery. Easy take for the keeper.
Yeah, easy. Corner for Australia, though. It shows they're still in this game, but the balls need to be better. We saw Haiti moments ago with plenty of set pieces and wasted all of them, and they walked out 1-0 loss as well. So it shows how important set pieces really are. There's a run down that right-hand side from Celik, a bit of a touch from Cameron Burgess. Deemed not enough by the referee, the Venezuelan referee. Valenzuela is his last name. He's from Venezuela. Can you believe it?
Wow, that is a tongue twister. As we see this goal kick ready to be taken. Vincenzo Montella watching on the Turkey head coach. It's going to be cleared along by Harry Suter to the right hand side. Italiano battling with Kadioglu, who had a great second half of the season with Brighton. Every time I watched him, I thought it was brilliant. Looks like a player who could play anywhere and put a great shift in. If I'm truly honest, Celik down the right hand side. 8.5 minutes into this one. If you are just tuning in, if you are just waking up for Well, for anything, I would say for work, it's a Sunday. People do work on Sundays, depending on your job. So if you are waking up for work, you've not missed too much in this film. We now see Kadioglu back to Bardacci. Across towards Demiral. Of course, this game is being played in the Stadium BC Place. And of course, in Vancouver. Looks a great setting, as they all have done so far, haven't they? The pitches have looked absolutely gorgeous so far in this tournament. We now see a ball down the line. Italiano's going to boot it long, central towards Torre, who's looking to be a bit of a handful so far. As we now see the ball on the far right hand side. Only 2 wins in the last 5 games. Australia aren't coming into this in the best of forms, unlike Turkey, who are in great form at the moment. 8 unbeaten so far, 7 of them being victories, 1 of them, of course, being a draw. That form could be huge for them.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely so. It's one for Turkey. I think they'd fancy themselves to do well in this group, to be honest. They'll look at USA and probably see that's the biggest challenge, especially with home advantage. But I think Turkey are going to walk into here and think, yeah, we're in a good bit of form. We'll tip ourselves to top the group. And I think it will be between USA and Turkey, who do tabletop. Of course, Australia will probably battle out with Paraguay for third. I'd fancy Australia. We'd like to see what they're all about this evening. Of course, I'm not writing them off by any means. In terms of FIFA rankings, there's not much to split these two. You know, it's 27th ranked for Australia, we're 22nd ranked for Turkey, so only 5 places in it. But on paper, I'd probably say that Turkey tip it in terms of strength.
Yeah, but absolutely do, don't they? I mean, like we said, some of the quality, even when you look at Turkey's bench, like we spoke about, you've got the likes of Kenan Yildiz on there, a great player. Mert Mulder, who we're used to seeing at right back for them as well. Some real good players. Mert Mulder scored one of the goals of the tournament in the Euros. Just gone as well, as we see Metcalf in a challenge with Kochu. Kochu's quicker to it though. Goulet turns away, plays him all the way back for Yuksuk. He plays a risky ball for Kochu. Overhits his pass towards Çalhanoğlu, but he was going to turn away with it. And he goes all the way for the left-hand side for Kadioglu. He's up against Metcalf. And ball down the line from Kadioglu is just that little bit overhit straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. It had a bright start to this game, didn't it? The opening maybe 2-3 minutes just slowed down for the time.
Yeah, it sold us a bit of a dream. The teams like to start fast, see if they can test the water, you know, even nab that early goal first. And we saw that with Scotland. They had a very strong start and then filtered off about 10 minutes into the game. Similar here, 11.5 on the clock. Both teams just sort of filtering out at a bit of a slower pace. We've seen that in this World Cup. The football has been slower. It has been a slow pace, almost like the olden days, shall we say, quote unquote, 20 years ago.
Yeah, great ball down the right side there. Italiano dinks it towards the back post, completely overhit in the end. It's going to be kept in play by Bosch on the left-hand side. Step overs from him. Ball whipped in. A decent one towards the head of Torre. He doesn't get there. Metcalf battling for it. Doesn't win his second duel. The header in the middle of the park. It's not a great one. Good footing though from Burgess. And there is O'Neill to sweep up and win the ball back. Australia looking dangerous down the right-hand side so far. Italiano making some great runs in behind. Ball towards Italiano once again, who just shibbies away from his man. And that's going to be a flick on. That's a poor one from Cherkati. And he's saying that his teammates didn't really help him out too much. Kochu battling for it. He finds Goulet in a decent position, but he does have to just turn around to restart play. Çalhanoğlu, a poor touch, but Iran Kunda can't get a foot in. Now it's going to be with Arda Goulet for Kochu. Maybe look to play it around the corner, but Goulet picks it back up once more. These sides haven't met since 2004, where they played 2 times in that year in friendlies. Turkey winning both of them. So it's been a long time since we've seen an Australia versus Turkey matchup. Çalhanoğlu finds Bardacci. Goes back to the left-hand side for Kadioglu again. Now it's going to be Yilmaz. We've not seen too much of him so far, but he looks to get the better of his man. He hangs it into the area, gets it all wrong, and it's out for a goal kick. Yeah, quality's been lacking in the final third for both so far. It's very much identical to what we saw moments ago from Australia at the other end, moving it down the right-hand side, and then dinked across, too much on it. And that's pretty much the same. Dinked across and too much on it and out for a goal kick. Starting to find their feet, these two. Need a bit more quality in the final third to change the scoreline at the minute. It's been fairly
even, I'd say, so far. Turkey maybe just tipping it in terms of possession. But, yeah, not a lot to break through them.
Yeah, as we see the ball with the Bosch on the left-hand side. He finds Burgess down the line. Decent ball for O'Neill, who wants the forward ball in behind. He's asking a lot of his man, but he's on the attack, and Bosch is going to almost keep it in. He has kept it in. That is blistering pace, and he's won a corner in the end. I mean, that... Oh, maybe he hasn't, actually. Maybe it's just gone for a goal kick, because he's making his way back. Yeah, it's gone for a goal kick. He looks rapid.
I'm dead impressed. He did keep it in, and then obviously the second touch took it away under pressure, but nonetheless I'm still very impressed that he kept that in, because for a long time that flight of that ball looked like it was flying out for a goal kick, so credit to him for not giving up on it, but in the end his luck was just about out.
Yeah, just about out in the end, as we now see Kadioglu. He goes all the way central towards Demiral. Now it's going to be with Bardacci. Takes it out of his feet. He's waiting for an option. Demiral once again. 14 and a half minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. Bardacci hooks it down the left-hand side. He's going to go into the path of Italiano, who finds his goalkeeper Beach, clears his lines all the way forward. It's not a great clearance. Metcalf's going to get there, though. He looks a player so far. There's an offside in the build-up of the Turkey attack moments ago, so they've drawn this back quite some way in the end. I mean, Turkey since the turn of 2025 have just been unbelievable, haven't they, in their international breaks, winning 11, drawing 1, only losing 2. One of those losses being a heavy 6-0 defeat to Spain, which losing to Spain is not really something to be that ashamed of, is it? And the other one being a loss towards Mexico. So Turkey has of late been unbelievable as a side, which isn't really that surprising for how good their squad actually is. But we now see Bosch in possession. He goes across towards Beach, switches play for Cherkati, and he's going to look for a dinked ball in behind towards Torre, who's going to get there. It's a great ball in behind again. Torre up against Demiral. He's wanting options, is Torre. He looks to shimmy around his man. He does well to win a corner in the end. Torre a bit frustrated with his teammates there.
Yeah, I think he's right. He's right in the, as well. I've seen 2 or 3 attacks now from Australia, and not getting enough numbers forward. There's only 2 or 3 of them that are really gambling, the Socceroos. They need to throw more bodies forward. He's working hard. He's making the sideways runs. You know, he's out on that right-hand side. He's a lone striker trying to make stuff happen, and I feel for him because there's no one around him. You can't leave a low man isolated because that's when the issues arise. So they need to start getting more bodies around Torre, but he did very well to win his side of corner.
Yes, you now see this ready to be whipped in swinging delivery for Australia. Second corner of the game for them. Still yet to register an attempt. And as you see Metcalf, the man over this one. This time it's floated towards the back post. Is there a push on the goalkeeper? There isn't. And it's going to go for a goal kick. The header goes just wide from Cherkati. That one a little bit more floated this time.
Yeah, it was a high one to the back post. Keeper got it all wrong. A little bit of a nudge, unintentional on the keeper, but yeah, he's come out there to try to claim it. It's really poor keeping actually, because he could have ended up in that. He's left his goal unmarked and unfiltered. Just got a delay. I think the short goal kick, there was an encroaching from Torre. Referee's going to go have a word with him, and we'll get that goal kick again. 17 on the clock. We're still waiting for this game to really come to life, aren't we? It started hot and heavy, but the quality, there's 2 balls on the pitch, the quality in the final third from both not being up to scratch just yet. Not what we expect, specifically from Turkey as well. So we're just waiting for that quality to jump in. We've just got a free kick here on the near side for Turkey.
As you now see the ball on the far side, free kick in the end. The referee just telling Kochu to move away as we approach the 18th minute of this one. It's gone pretty quick so far. To say it is 5:15 in the morning for us. And you see that challenge in once again. Can't have too much complaints. Back underway now. Kadioglu cuts onto his right boot. He finds Çalhanoğlu, who's got options to the right. Yüksek finds Demiral. He looks for a chipped ball in behind. It's a decent ball for Çelik, who brings it down with a great first touch. Çelik stabs it into Aragüler. Çalhanoğlu turns away, shimmies away once more. He finds Kadioglu, opens up, goes for goal. just gets too much on it. It sets up nicely for a first-time effort, doesn't it? On his opening his body up on the right boot, but he does put it over the bar.
Yeah, you can see why he's gone for it. You can. He's opened out. He's favoured right. He's in that inverted left back as he plays for Brighton. Strong on that right foot. Yeah, he's going for the far corner, bending it, edge of the box, left of the D. It's not bad. Selic there. Selic's just an absolute brilliant touch over the shoulder, down on the lace, top of the boot. That's a brilliant touch it was. You can see why he has gone for goal. Bit of a low block there from Australia, so they're struggling to break them down at Turkey at the minute. You see why they're going for the pop shot from range. You really can. Torre again bullying his man. Here he comes down the right.
Yes, you now see Torre on the right-hand side. He just takes too many touches in the end, and that goes behind for a goal kick. He's claiming for a corner. That never looked like a corner, did it? He's just done a bit too much, but he looks bright.
He looks very bright. I think he may have been asking for a foul. There was a bit of a nudge, but it was just a shoulder to shoulder. I think he was just trying to save face, if anything. But yeah, did too much in the end. But still, very lively. Looks powerful, strong and fast as well. Looks like a real good unit.
Yes, you now see Boz battling with his man. It's going to go behind for Australia throwing, and which has been taken pretty quickly. I think he just had a knock or an elbow to the teeth, and that's the point he's making to the referees. Play continues. Cameron Burgess of Swansea plays it to the left-hand side for his man Ocon Engsler. He's going to look forwards towards the right-hand side. Is Harry Souttar. Souttar in possession. Goes across to Burgess, because Ocon Engsler does play his football in Australia, one of only two in the starting lineup, alongside the goalkeeper Beach as well. One playing for Sydney, one playing for Melbourne United, as we now see ball down the right-hand side. And once again, it is going to go out of play for a throw. We've just hit a slow patch of this game.
Yeah, we have. It dipped out. We were sold a dream really in the opening five, weren't we? But yeah, it's hit a lull, that's for sure. Maybe two teams that are very good defensively sitting in, and that's sort of frustrating both of them, trying to just sort of feel it out and feel each other out and see exactly what they're all about and how they're going to break them down. They'll stay patient. There's a long way to go.
Yeah, very long way to go in this one. As you now see the ball back towards Demiral. He's going to look to hook it for Bardacci. I see Çalhanoğlu to the left-hand side. Bardacci's forward ball intercepted by Metcalf, who started this game pretty good and quick, as the St. Pauli winger. Nathan pinpointed him before we went live in this one. Just saying that he could catch the eye, and he looks quite busy on the right side.
Yeah, he does, yeah. He looks spriteful. He looks like if anyone's going to in that midfield sort of position, it'd be Conor Metcalf. He's quick as well. He's very, very fast. Iran Kunda, he's another one, the Watford man. Them two, but they need to get in and around Torre to really cause Turkey some problems. I haven't seen a lot of them going forward. The only real thing we've seen from Australia is Torre chasing long balls, and then that's pretty much it. So if they want anything from this game, they need to be a bit more braver going forward.
Yeah, they do. As Bosch goes all the way back towards his goalkeeper, Beach. It's going to be with Cherchati. Metcalf, forward ball up towards Torre. He's going to hold it up. It's really good play. He's brought it down as well. Good forward play from the number 9.
Yeah, he's big, he's strong, isn't he? Holding it up, not scared to do the nitty gritty, the ugly, dirty stuff. Holding off his man, being strong with it. That'll lead us into the hydration break. So very nice indeed. So it'll be a free kick for Turkey just inside their own half. But I don't want to say it's been a nothing 22 minutes, but not a lot's happened. The best way to describe it is two teams trying to feel each other out.
Yeah, exactly that. 52,000 attendance for this game. Huge turnout for Australia versus Turkey as they just go to chat to their coaching staff. You wonder which of the gaffers will be happier so far from this opening 22 and a half minutes, because it's been fairly even in terms of general play. Turkey have had the better moments, it's felt, but Australia getting a lot of joy down that right-hand side, which their manager might just say, maybe let's utilise those balls in behind, which they have been trained for.
Yeah, I think Tony Popovic, the Australian manager, will probably be the more happier of the two. I think that's because of the expectation, Turkey being the favourites, and maybe haven't controlled the game as he probably want Vincenzo Montella. He'll probably want Turkey to be more in control of this game, a bit more creative going forward. It's only been 23 minutes. Like I say, there is a long way to go. I will reiterate that, but yeah, I think he'd be slightly disappointed at how his team started, because there's a high ceiling there for Turkey. There really is, and they aren't really hitting it just yet. Australia, they'll be fairly happy, 0-0 at the minute. There's chances there to create, but they haven't really exploited it. Like I said, they just need to be a bit more braver on the ball and going forward. Just commit some more bodies forward. Of course, they play with them wing backs in the back three as well, so they're not exactly set up with heavy numbers forward. So then wing backs need to work hard for their side. But yeah, interesting all 22 minutes. Still waiting for this game to come alive.
You know, see this hydration break coming to an end as the players are just entering the field of play once more. 24 minutes on the clock. Australia 0, Turkey 0. We've reached the halfway stage of this first half. There's been some decent moments. We're hoping it picks up even more, with it being, of course, 5:30 in the morning. We hope this turns into the most exciting game we've ever seen. And I'll hand over to you, Nathan.
Thank you very much, Kay. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Let's hope it's an exciting rest of the game as the hydration break comes to an end on 24.5 minutes, and we will get that free kick inside their own half for Australia. I think even the officials were taking on fluid, so the linesman goes over to the far side, and we wait for the referee Jesus Valenzuela to get the game back underway. While they do, we'll look at some stats. 4 attempts for Turkey, none on target. 1 attempt for Australia, none on target. Stats don't always tell you exactly what you see in front of you with your own eyes, but them stats definitely do. It'll be a right side of the centre circle. This near side, left to right come Australia. Free kick for Harry Souttar, the Australian skipper. He's going to launch it long, the Leicester man. Of course, playing his football in League One next season. He's going to the far side, defensive header from Seelick. It's a good one, but it only finds an Australia foot actually over on that far side. Dancing away down the left flank is Okon Egsler. He's still dancing around with the ball. Goes all the way back to halfway to Cameron Burgess, the man that plays his football in Wales for Swansea. And Harry Souttar over to the near side, edge of their own box for the Socceroos, going forward but not getting very far because the high press from Turkey is there. The clearance isn't great, and it finds Koçu, who's going to pick it up, the number 6. He's dangerous with the ball at his feet, zips it out to the near side. That's a brilliant ball for Yilmaz, left side of the box. What can he do? And he just lays it backwards to Karaoglu. It's back to Yilmaz. Maybe a chance to stretch them crossing muscles. He's going to put a ball in, deflected into the box. First time shot straight at the keeper, Ardagula. He chose accuracy over power. It's probably the right decision with it flashing across his body on the instep edge of the box. Straight the keeper, good hands.
Yeah, he takes it on his weaker right foot, doesn't he? He lets it go across his body. Bowling behind now, Irankunda. What a touch. He goes into the penalty.
Oh!
That is magic. That is magic from Irankunda straight at the other end to give Australia a shock. Massive lead, 1-0.
Wow, can you believe it? I mean, what a touch. That's what makes it. That touch makes it for Australia. And Irankunda, a long ball over the top. We talked about being a bit braver on the ball and committing bodies forward. They did that on the stretch, touch round his man, and then slot it into the bottom left corner. Australia, a famous goal for them. It really is. And it's been an interesting all first quarter of the game, but after the first quarter, Australia are leading it.
They are, and they've taken the lead in this one. It's just a direct ball over the top. I believe it may have been Okon Egsler with the pass. Irankunda's a bright player. Mentioned it to Nathan before. The touch around Demiral is brilliant. The finish is pure composure from the youngster. 20 years of age, and he's taken that on like there's no tomorrow, hasn't it? I mean, that is unbelievable. They've got the lead in this one. What a moment for Irankunda, who goes and almost does the Rooney towards the corner flag, gives it a bit of a punch. A bit of a boxing celebration, and Australia have the lead.
I think it's a bit of a Tim Cahill. I think that's the nod he's given to the Aussie, retired Aussie. Doom and gloom on the faces of the Turkish players. Irankunda with his first goal at his first World Cup for Australia. A huge goal it was on 27 minutes. Irankunda, the Watford man, giving Australia the lead as it's moved to the near side to Karaoglu. So work to be done for Turkey, and not a good start to life in the World Cup for them. Put them level on point to the USA, Australia. Of course, Turkey's first World Cup since 2002 in Korea. And it's not got off to the greatest of start, but we keep saying a long way to go, and it is exactly that. Yilmaz, he'll run down the line, he's running to the byline, trying to take on his man. It's going to be a goal kick, and it's just one of them games where it's just not falling Turkey's way, and you're just getting the sense that it may just not be their evening.
Yeah, it might not be so far, but let's see if they can improve that in this one, and they've got the players to do so. They've got the weapon to do so on the bench in terms of Kenan Yildiz. There might be a reason he's on the bench as well. I'm not sure if there's maybe a bit of an injury concern for him. Ball over the top again. The goalkeeper's come out quick to meet it. Shaqiri had to do so, or Iran Kunda would have been in behind again for another great opportunity. Turkey got to wake up.
Yeah, they do, and they're going to come forward here trying to get level. Yilmaz is on the overlap. He's going to be used left side of the box, put a ball into the box. There's no one there. Headed clear. Ardagula on the far side. We'll keep this one alive. Run it his man. Good strong tackle. Shaqiri will keep it in over on that far side. Dug ball in. Great defensive header to the edge of the box. Half volley shot's going to come in. Oh, it's hit the post. What an unbelievable effort. The keeper might have saved that onto the post as well. It was caught really sweetly in the midfield. I think it was the number 14 by Daki, you know. I'll have to get another look at it. I'm sure it was the centre half that struck it. Maybe not. It could have been Yüksek. We'll have another look. Kanioglu, he's going to go for goal himself over the top in the end, but we'll get a replay of that. I think the keeper saved that onto the post. It might be Kanioglu. Let's have another look. Half volley, caught sweetly. Do you know what? I think that is the centre half. Yeah. And I tell you what, it's a great effort cutting across it with the left foot. That is an unbelievable save.
He saved it. That is a pure magic save. What a moment in this tournament. I mean, that would have been the goal of the tournament so far by quite some way, wouldn't it? That Iran Kunda one is probably up there with a shout. Vinicius Junior's was a great one as well. Earlier in the evening, of course, this is classed as we're probably hitting a normal morning for quite a few people as this next 2 hours, of course, approaches. But yeah, Badachi now in possession. But yeah, what a save. And the centre half, he caught it sweet, didn't he?
Centre half with the effort. Great save it was from Beach. Of course, coming in for Matthew Ryan at his 4th World Cup. So Matthew Ryan has the experience, but Beach has been chosen over him and fulfills his manager's wishes with a brilliant save there. Almost back level within minutes there, the Turks. They're back in possession. Maybe a bit of confidence distilled in the legs. As soon as I say that, they've given the ball away. It'll be cleared out. Turkey back on the attack. Cleared out at the back by Boss. There'll be a throw in far side. Just under 15 to go in the first. Australia 1, Turkey 0. Iran Kunda with a absolutely beautiful, I'd say, solo goal. Well, the ball came over and he created it himself. Çanioglu, the Turkey skipper, over to the far side it goes. Move forward as well. Yüksek. They might have to go back to halfway here. They will. I think Turkey are just struggling to break down this stubborn defensive unit. You knew Australia were going to be organised, and they are. A support touch by Yilmaz, caught on his toes, and a good strong tackle from the fullback, Italiano, and it will be a throw in near side for Turkey. We'll go backwards to Bardaki on halfway. You just saw him do that half volley that was brilliantly saved. This game just slowly starting to come to life. Sometimes we always say goals change games, but you just feel like something like that is what will distill a bit of energy into the game. Ball around the corner. Is that a trip? Surely. Yes, it is. Inside the Australia half for a Turkey free kick. Just left of centre. Interested to see if they put this one into the box. Actor Koglu was the one. He's been quiet, the number 7. Up the top for Turkey so far. He's just dropping deep. Just shows a sign of a frustrated striker trying to get into the game. And he won his team a free kick. They've gone short. They've gone all the way over to the other side. Over on the far side. Right to left first. All red, of course. The famous all red for Turkey. Çanioglu. Inside it goes to Yüksek. And over to the near side they come. To Karioglu. And Yilmaz near side. Hadn't had much joy just yet on that left flank. He's going back on the right. He's gone for the cross. And he's misplaced it. And they've just hooked it clear. And it's going all the way back to the keeper, Shaqiri, in goal for Turkey. Known for their exciting attacking play, Turkey, but you just feel like they're being condemned so far from this stubborn Australia structure. Clearance deflected straight into the hands of Beach, and that just sort of sums up exactly what I was saying. They just can't really break through them at the minute.
No, they can't. Really struggling. Credit to Australia for that as well, because they've got the 3 centre-halves. It feels like they've got 2 defensive-minded midfielders as well, who are really happy to just do dirty work, just pure running, cover space, cover those gaps that Turkey are looking to exploit. Players like Gulet, Yilmaz Atkoglu, they've just got to move around a little bit more. They really do. They've just got to make that movement tricky for Australia to deal with. But here come Australia on their time.
It's all right. He's asking too much of himself. I think he's tripped his man as well. There'll be a free kick for Turkey deep in their own half. We've just seen the match momentum, the graphic that shows, the way the ball's been attacking. Predominantly all Turkey, and Australia have still got the lead. It's a sign of what we've seen, really. Iran Kunda's goal's an absolute peach. If you aren't watching it, then I absolutely value you to go and watch the highlights, because that's such a neat goal. That first touch makes it all and wraps it into the bottom left. 20 years old, youngest scorer in the tournament so far, and what a goal it was. Ball over to the far side. Gula hits the deck. Referee's not interested. Australia back on the ball. Just over 10 to play in the first. Beach has to come out here, and he does in his all black and cuts through the ball, but it'll be a throw in near side for Turkey. What do you think Turkey need to do to get through this Australia structure? Do you think they just need to remain patient, or do you think they need to change their approach? Because at the minute it is not working.
Yeah, patience is going to be so important, isn't it, for both sides? Australia have to be patient and realise that they're not going to see a lot of the ball out. They just have that lead. It's about protecting it. They're one of the nations where it really isn't about going and scoring more. Yes, it's a benefit. Yes, you don't just sit back in 35 minutes, but you don't take risks, unnecessary risks at that. As well, a break off though for the moment. Turkey on the attack.
Yilmaz down to the line, across to coming in, deflected, headed backwards, shot came in. It was Kochu. He was sort of off balance on the instep half volley. Wasn't really set for it. It looked more forced than anything. Well wide of the goal, and it will be a goal kick for Australia. We're just seeing both fans being shown on the TV, and it's, well, a tale of two stories. Australia beaming smiles. I mean, they always were. They could be 6-0 down and beaming smiles, to be fair. Such a jolly nation. And Turkey, eggs on the fans' faces, because they're a goal down and probably won't expect to be, because they're favourites going into this one. They'll be throwing near side for Australia. And it's just a match that isn't going their way at the minute. Nothing's falling their way. They're trying the hardest, and they just can't hit the back of the net. A brilliant save from Beach after a Bardaki half volley from the Galatasaray centre half. That's the closest they've come, with 36 on the clock. Australia 1, Turkey 0. If you were late joining us, Iran Kunda with the goal. Good touch from the number 7 for Turkey, but it's ricocheted off an Australia foot. Sutar may just look long. He's going to clip it to the near side. That's a savvy ball, and chest forward as well. It's neat football from the Aussies. And then over to Iran Kunda, the goal scorer, back to goal. Move to the far side. This is a really good build-up play, actually. Move to the far side. Chance to get forward. Metcalf, actually, and his boss as well, doing the running. Ball in's over here. Is it going to be kept in far side? It won't. And that's disappointing, because it was a really good build-up play, just let down by the cross. Yeah,
it just feels like they can't create a big chance from just normal general attacking play. Of course, the goal they got was just through a little ball over the top, wasn't it, that caused the problem. But yeah, nice build-up. Moved it to the left-hand side pretty well. They forced that cross in the end. They've not really got any height in their side. Torres not even the biggest, is he? The striker. So maybe the crossing, the deep crossing, maybe that's not the plan.
No. Ball into the centre circle in their own half for Turkey. Going to look long around the corner. That's not a bad idea. On the move for Selik round the corner, the fullback, just curling ever away from him. But you can see exactly why they're going from deep, because when they're playing it around with the Australia team in front of them, they're struggling to break through them. So the long ball around the back is not a bad route. This time just couldn't find his man. Suter, Cruyff turn, calm as you like. The Leicester centre half all the way back to his keeper. Inside his own box, goes left, exiting out the left-hand side of his own box to Burgess on his left foot, a stronger left, of course. Has the ball, and then on his weaker right, hooks it forward down the line. Is there a trip there? Referee's not interested. Iran Kunda's going to run forward here. They've got Turkey in a vulnerable position. Swept to the near side behind his man, and it shouldn't have been. Probably wasn't the option to go for. Healthy 50-50 goes in, and it's going to be a throw in near side. Who fought? It's going to be Australia. everything seems to be falling their way in terms of decisions as well. Just need to be better ball there.
That was a great chance, wasn't it? And Iran Kunda's final pass has let him down.
Should he have been looking for Torre?
Yeah, potentially. Torre made the direct run through the middle. There was 2 players on the right. You just put it in between them both, which really slowed it down. And Sk with a really long throw towards the middle of the park. It works. It falls to Bozu. Goes for goal from distance. Catches it well. Lashed it over the crossbar.
Great connection. It was easy. It's easy to do that. Get right underneath it, cutting across it, and flies over the bar. And he did exactly that. But it wasn't a million miles away. Just going to replay that Bardaki effort. Wasn't it an effort? What a save! 2 hands, mid-range in the goal, full stretch. There's 2 balls on the pitch once again. I don't know what's going on with the ball by over and behind that goal. I think the referee needs to have a word with him because he keeps putting the ball in play. Every time, referee's going to have to drop ball as he has. He's giving it to Shakir in goal. Walking out the D on the edge of his own box. He's just going to whip it to the near side to Kadioglu on halfway. The Brighton man, 6 to play till the break. Still remains Australia 1, Turkey 0. Ball down the line, looking for Yilmaz. Important toe in there. Back to Beach, and he's just kept it in on the full stretch as well. Yilmaz probably would have been away there if he didn't get the toe in. Adegula, good use of the body. He's going to have to go back to go forwards though. The Turk. He's just on the 180 swivel, has everyone in front of him, hasn't really been able to flick that magic wand to create that magic just yet, the superstar. Over to the near side to number 21, Yilmaz, strafing forward on that stronger right, into the box, defensive header from an Australia head, and it was Sikati, and it's just gone into Beach's hands, and out it goes. Would you deem Australia comfortable with the way they're defending so far? They haven't really been stretched, minus the Badaki effort.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is... I think Australia are playing very well. 40 minutes in, I think they're defending great. I'd go as far as to say they look pretty dangerous going forwards as well. That front 3 have a bit about them, which maybe Australia in past tournaments just haven't been able to showcase that. They've added youth to their side. They're all a little bit different in terms of their actual skill sets. I really like the look of this Torre. I've seen him once or twice for Norwich. Of course, we cover the Championship, don't we?
Yeah.
Not all Championship games, but a majority of them. I'd seen him a couple of times and I thought, wow, he's a finisher. He's a hard worker. I was thinking he might not be at Norwich for very long if they're not entering their way into the Premier League anytime soon.
Yeah, good showcase for him. Yilmaz, left side of the box, just going forward. Got it on that right foot across the face of the box, and only finds Iran Kundu, who just hammers that clear. It's getting to that point for them. 4 minutes till the break, and I think Australia are happy just sit in here and just hold on to what they've gained and what they've worked for. You do think, though, if they were to do this tactic for the rest of the game, that would be dicing with danger. I don't think they could do it for the full 90. Yilmaz, down the line, it goes too much on it, but Kadioglu gets there. That's really good work from the fullback, and back it goes. As they go side to side by Daki, very far forward, the centre-half. Shows how much they're trying to pen Australia in. This is where they're struggling, Turkey, from left to right, as Australia sit in. They can't really find a gap. Just waiting for that gap to open. Kochu, and then Adegula is going to go for goal. Slashes across it. Was curling it ever away. It was swerving ever away. Wasn't really the technique. I feel like he had to wrap it.
Yeah, exactly that. If there's ever a player who can do it from that distance, it certainly is him. Adegula, we've seen him score some magical goals. He's just cutting inside it. He tries to get that almost instant wrap, doesn't he? It's a little bit wayward, a real lack of composure.
Yeah, it wasn't even kind of close. Saw it on the ref cam behind him, and he goes way wide as he lashed across it. Maybe a bit of frustration in the shot. Throwing near side for Australia on halfway, right in front of their own manager. Tony Popovic, of course, had 58 caps for Australia as a centre-back back in the day, over 20 years ago. So he's, you know what it's like to throw on the yellow jersey. Trying to lead his team to a big 3 points this evening in Canada. And they're coming forward again, looking to double their advantage just before the break. Neat football in the centre, but that's a loose pass, and Turkey might have come away here. And they've committed a lot of bodies forward here. They're running forward. Over to the far side it goes. Slightly under-hit pass, but they're keeping on it. Zip forward. That's a poor pass into the edge of the box, and then give it away. That's very uncharacteristic of Turkey. They're usually much more decisive with the passing in the final third. It's a really poor ball across the face of the box. I don't even know who he's aiming for.
Yeah, I don't. Not a great use of an attack there for Turkey. Proper breakaway for Yüksek through the middle. But in the end, He's cleared away, and Turkey back on the attack down the left-hand side. We've got to see more of Yilmaz, who's in possession now.
Yeah, he seems to be strafing left and then getting back on his right every time. I think it's becoming a bit predictable at the back for Italiano. He's standing him up again, back on that right. And he may just check to go back down on the left, Yilmaz, to the byline. Slide comes in, it's off a Turkey man, I think. He has given a corner. I thought it may have just come back off the Turkey man and out for a goal kick, but corner's been given. Even protests from the Australian, I think it's been overruled, and it has been given as a goal kick, which I think is the correct decision, and I think that just sums up Turkey's first half. It was a brilliant recovery from Italiano. Goal kick, he needs to get on with this. The Australian goalkeeper, Beach, just puts it down right-hand side. Minute to go till the 45 is done. He's going to drive this forward and long with the left foot. Just over Touré's head and Irakunda's alike, but move to the near side for Australia. Chance to get forward. That's a good savvy ball inside as well. Stabbed over to the far side. Might just be able to get in here with a good ball. Down the line for Irakunda. He may just go for goal. Chops back on the right, but he slips at the final moment. Edge of the box on the Cruyff turn. Adegula with a poor first touch, and it's nicked right back off his feet. He's been way off the pace as well, the Madrid man. And we're just under a minute away to find out how much additional time there'll be. Far side, inside it goes. Over halfway it goes. That's a loose touch, but going to be stabbed forward. Irakunda should get there, and he has. Chance to get maybe double their advantage. Irakunda may just double his as well. Shot comes in straight at the keeper, and I tell you what, either side. And he may have just been troubling Shakir there. A throw out that's gone straight to an Australia man. It's gone out for a throw far side. Australia just looks so much more hungry for this.
And a player we've not mentioned too much, got an assist to his name, who I think's absolutely run the show for Australia. Ocon Engsler has been unbelievable. 21 years of age.
Wow.
Plays for Sydney FC in Australia. He's been great. I mean, he's got some stature to him for a midfielder. He seems good driving forwards. He seems brilliant defensively. So physical. I mean, he's covered every blade of grass for Australia. That strike from Irankunda, simple save. I think he felt like he had to go for goal, didn't he? Because I thought he should have shot first time moments before when he turned away. This is great work from Toure, who stepped away. Good challenge in again. It's a good end to the half. 4 minutes of added time.
Yeah, and we're half a minute into it. 3.5 to go. Left side for Kadioglu. Move back out to Yilmaz, near side. Left-hand side of the box. Can this be a good ball in? Thought about it. Back it goes to Kadioglu. Into the edge of the box. Not really closed down Gula yet on that unfavoured right. Trying to play the way in. Trying to pass the way into the goal. It's not going to happen against this Australia side, and they are struggling to get through it. Kadioglu back into the centre of the pitch. Moved into Usek, the number 16. Back to the near side. Kadioglu. Can they get it back level just for the break? The number 7 making moves inside. Back it goes to Yilmaz. Chance to put a ball in. It is. It's overhit. Keeps going to punch rather than catch. It's going to go all the way back to Bardakci near halfway. And then Kanioglu, the man wearing the armband, just moves it to the far side. And they're just going to move it centrally into the Australia half. Right to left they come. Kadioglu. And then over to Yilmaz once again. Seems like they're playing the same record. A pass forward, and Koçu's not on the same wavelength. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Poor from Turkey.
Yeah, very poor from Turkey. Again, out of play for a goal kick. Whatever reason Yildiz is on the bench, we found it very strange. That I'm starting to think there has to be a reason. He has to come on. And we're probably at the stage, or I think this tournament, it's easy to see maybe rest players against the lesser sides. You don't have time to rest players, really, do you? You have to win your games. Even if he's carrying a bit of a knock, I would bring him on at half-time. USA in this group got off to an absolute stormer, didn't they? The goal difference so important. Of course, you can really take advantage of Paraguay having that heavy negative goal difference. You beat Australia, you come back in this one, you've got a great advantage. You're probably already through based on one victory, aren't you, in the sense of the likelihood of that third place game, the likelihood of how Turkey would do against Paraguay. You'd even back them against USA, maybe before we've seen what Turkey have just done and what USA did yesterday, of course, but Çalhanoğlu now in possession.
Left side of the box, right in the corner of it, chops it inside without looking, only finding an Australia foot, and then he's cleared it. Bardakci's going to recover and retrieve, and he's just going to play it back into the Australia half to Çalhanoğlu, just a couple of yards inside of it. He's going to go back to the centre circle And over to the far side to Demiral. Zip the ball forward. Well controlled by Kochu. Ardagula pulling the strings. Left foot to the near side. Kadioglu goes centrally. Laid off to Gula. Oh, he's looking for the roulette. It's into the box. Number 7's going to go for goal. And it's blocked right in front of him. Akçakoglu, he couldn't get it out of his feet. He went for the stab and he was off balance. Just looked like finally Turkey had gained an opening, but haven't been able to do it. Kochu, left-hand side from the throw-in. Back it goes to Çanioglu, edge of the box. May just go for a cross. Moves it across to Gula centrally. And back out to the near side it comes. Kochu traps it with the studs. He stood up by his man, plays it off the Australia man, and it will be cleared eventually. Half a minute to go at the end of the first, and Turkey are pushing, but they're not close enough to goal. And they have a throw-in near side with Bardacci. And back it goes to Demiral. Need to get it forward. Not a lot of movement from the Turks. And into the centre to Yüksek. Over to the far side to Selik. Akçakoglu, who's come to the right-hand side this time, trying to get round his man, just been bullied off the ball from Burgess. And that will be a goal kick in the end. And that will just about do it. And the Venezuelan referee blows for half-time. Not going to script for the Turks. Half-time, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0.
Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Bardacci with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead. Long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Peach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked great defensively. They got the lead, long ball over the top from Okan Engsler. In behind, Iran Kunda's first couple of touches were absolute magic to beat his man, and his finish was just as good. Turkey almost levelled it straight away. Badachi with a strike from distance. An unbelievable save from Beach onto the post. Going into the second half, Turkey with it all to do. 1-0 to the Aussies. Half-time in Vancouver, it's Australia 1, Turkey 0. Australia with a surprise lead, and it's probably deserved. They've looked... And we will leave that just there, because we are back underway in Vancouver for the second half of the end of almost this day and night of fixtures. Of course, the night being myself, Kieran Graham, and Nathan Wastel, who brought you these nighttime games, or early morning games, should you say, the 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. fixtures, as Turkey instantly going into the penalty area. And if you're a Turkish fan watching on, your mood's probably been lifted a little bit, because their star man, Kenan Yildiz, is onto the field of play. He's come on for Yilmaz, so it looks like for like. He's gone straight towards the left-hand side. He's now taking his first touches. It seems he's got a bit of a different look. He's usually got jet black hair. He seems to have a ginger trim these days, does Kenan Yildiz. But we now see Kadioglu, plays it all the way back for Çalhanoğlu, who hits it from distance. I tell you what, there's the ones that are tricky for the keeper. Bounces right in front of him. I tell you what, I've been impressed with the Australian shot stopper so far. He made an outstanding save, didn't he, in the first half, straight after Australia took the lead through Iran Kunda. Great ball over the top from Okan Engsler. And there's Iran Kunda, the little dinker behind his man, and a lovely finish as well. The front line, the midfield, the defence, they've all been spot on so far for Australia. As heavy underdogs in this one, they'll be delighted with what they've seen as Beach goes long up towards the halfway line. Torre battling, maybe a clash of it. Free kick goes there at Turkey there. I'm not sure there was much in that, but Nathan, fingers crossed we get a good second half as well. I was quite impressed with the first half.
Yeah, I was. In particular, Australia played some really good football, defended very well, and then on the counter-attack, utilising Iran Kunda, Conor Metcalf, and that man up front, Torre, as well. Brilliant goal, it has to be said. They've nullified Turkey, not let them play the football they want to play, and really frustrated them at times. I think that's why Yilmaz has come off and Yildiz has come on. Fresh legs, fresh ideas, so on and so forth. You get the picture. I'm just worried for Australia that they're just going to sit on this for the next 45 minutes, because that will that will create a lot of problems for them. They need to get forward whenever they can. They're going to try and do it here.
Well, they seem to have the two perfect counter-attacking forwards in Toure and Iran Kunda, and here they come on the attack. Toure lays it off for Bosch. He cuts inside onto his right. Is he going to go for goal? Yes, he is. Takes a deflection out for a corner. And I tell you what, Bosch has looked brilliant as well. Plays at Feyenoord, so he plays at a pretty good level. You can tell that he does. I'm so impressed with some of these Australian players. I tell you, this is the beauty of international tournaments. There's always a player, or quite a few players that you talk about who you never thought you would. There's always a team you talk about. I'm already intrigued for what Australia will go on and do next game, the game after, how they'll do. Because I already feel like I'm bought into their attacking style. But they've been a joy to watch at times.
Yeah, it's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of tournaments like this. And they're going to go for more, and this is what I was worried about, but they actually are pressing forward.
Yeah, corner whipped in towards the back post for the head of Suter. He keeps it alive towards Italiano. He's going to hit it from distance. And I tell you what, he's put it into Rosed.
He has. It's not a good one. It's going to absolutely flying over the top in the end. The corner wasn't great. It was very high and hanging, hard for Suter in the end. But yeah, it's one of them for Australia. They've got the big lads in there as well. They shouldn't be wasting set pieces. They want to be doubling their lead. Can't be sitting on the 1-0 early in the second half. If they double their lead, they'll be in such a strong position. Looking at the Australia we see in front of us, I would tip them to beat Paraguay after what we'd seen in that first game. Obviously, it's tournament football, so different performances and all that. USA would be a harder one, but if they were to walk away with points this afternoon, you would tip them to at least finish third in the group. That's for sure. I've been very, very impressed with them. Turkey, not so much just yet. We've only seen one half of football. A lot more to come from them. See how they do respond in the second. Of course, they came into it with great form. Isn't that the beauty of major tournaments as well? But I'm sure we'll see more from Turkey.
Yeah, we probably definitely will. As we now see Yildiz, his first real dart in towards the penalty area with real confidence. Takes the touch, lays it off for Kadioglu. He gets it out of his feet onto his left. Plays a nice 1-2 with Kochu. Great football into the area. It falls towards Çalhanoğlu. He goes for goal. Cleared away. Yuksek keeps it alive. He then goes for goal. Takes a deflection. And whistles wide in the end and out for a corner.
Oh, just that could have gone anywhere. He hit it and it's ricocheted into the floor and then over the goal. That could have ricocheted in the goal. So many bodies in front of it. I think he was just trying to strike it, and if it takes a nick, it takes a nick. And this time it was Harry Suter, and it's always someone in the way for Australia. Turkey have themselves a corner 5 minutes into the second half, but they are a goal down.
Yeah, Çalhanoğlu of this corner, ready for the in-swinging delivery. They're all located at the near post, aren't they? He's gone to Turkey. He's run over the ball, and the referee's just caused a stop. I believe they were checking for a handball against Cherkati. We've had no indication of that, but Cherkati's reaction was a little bit guilty. Ball whipped in, skims off the head of Harry Suter behind for another corner, this time on the opposite side.
Back to back, Harry Suter. There always seems to be someone there. We're talking Burgess, Suter and Cherkati, but it's coming in again.
Yeah, ball whipped in, well headed away by Burgess towards Antikoglu. His strike is straight into the ground, and a tame one headed away again by Suter, who's won everything in the air, as he always has done, hasn't he, at every club that he's played for. As I say it, Harry Suter's there to head away again. I mean, he has been monstrous so far.
Like clockwork. He's been in the heart of everything, the skipper. It's been absolutely fantastic. They all have on that back line. It has to be said, the fullbacks going forward and defending, them three centre-halves. Great Wall of China. It's the Great Wall of Australia. Ball play through to the edge of the box. It looks like it should be a flag going up any second now. It hasn't done so yet, and there we go. Offside from Sielik. Shouldn't have been, but he's just straight offside.
Yeah, offside in the end. As we now see this ready to be taken. As we now see the goalkeeper Beach of this one. Like we said, he's made a great save in that first half, didn't he? The two-handed save onto the post is a moment that we could look back on as a key moment in this one. Here's the midfielder O'Neill, who's had a great partnership with Ocon Engsler. As we now see O'Neill, he plays it all the way back towards Beach. Beach is going to boot it long towards Toure now, headed away by Demiral. Harry Suter heads it towards the left-hand side. Burgess, O'Neill finds Bosch. Bosch is going to be wiped out by Çalhanoğlu. And that is going to be a free kick the way of Australia. 52 minutes on the clock. Australia won Turkey 0. Ball in behind towards Torres, a good one. Torres going to get there and keep it in play as well. On the left-hand side, he's up against Demiral, where he's favoured that battle. Lays it off for Iran Kunde. His touch lets him down, but it's still alive. It's going to be Bosch on the left-hand side. He looks for a ball into the area. Comes off the back of Celik and behind for a corner.
Another corner. Australia doing everything I said they needed to do. Stay on the front foot. Don't be sitting in deep and allowing that pressure that would eventually crack. Their best form of defence is attack, and they're doing exactly that early in the second half. Go and get yourself that second goal, double your advantage, take the game away from Turkey. Last corner was a bit of a waste from the near side this time. It needs to be a better delivery.
Yeah, it needs to be better. It's floated towards the back post once again towards Suter, who gets the header. It's a save from Shakir, cleared away only as far as O'Neill. He hangs it up to the back post again. Chakati heads it once and twice. Yildiz tries to clear, but it's still in there for Australia. Chakati goes down in the area looking for something. The referee says no. Attack's still alive. Italiano looks to hang it up into the area, and there's an overhead kick from Torre, and his effort once again is drifting towards the left-hand side. Iran Kunde keeps it alive. The attack's still there. It's Australia pushing for more. What a great start to the second half from the Aussies. As we now see Ocon Engsler, who has blown me away as to how good he looks in midfield, and that is unbelievable. But from Boz, see you later. That is unreal skill. He sits down the Turkish international. That's woke me up. I don't think I'll be able to go to sleep when I get home from work. I'm alive. I'm awake now. That is unbelievable skill. The attack's still there. Finally cleared away from Demiral. Australia, I'm absolutely loving this performance.
I'll be going home watching the highlights. That's a real step over one and body feint the other. Lionel Messi-esque, and then puts him on the floor. They're playing with some confidence here, Australia, and they're playing with some hunger as well. They look hungry to get all 3 points. That's the difference between these two. Yes, Turkey might have a bit more quality on paper, but it's about turning up on the day, and Australia have certainly done it.
Yeah, Torres onside as he goes in behind. He gets the better of his man into the penalty area. Torres still going on the left. He plays it off his man. They've won another corner. No, they haven't. He's offside in the build-up in the end. They look fantastic. They don't look scared, do they? They do not look scared, in my opinion, which I think is great to see. That's why they're playing so well, because they're just playing their game.
Yeah, not intimidated by it at all. It is great to see. Harry Suter was unlucky not to score. It was a good save by Celik in between the sticks moments ago, 10 minutes into the second half. And honestly, right now, if you said to me who's soaring next, I'd say Australia. I'd say Australia are the team that look like they're going to score next. It's crazy to say, and they've been absolutely fantastic. And it's been a great game so far, but Turkey aren't out of this by a long stretch, and they've got a free kick here in a very attacking position.
Yeah, very attacking position at the moment, as you see this free kick ready to be taken. Is Adagula the man over this one, and he's pretty good from these situations, isn't he? The cameras linger on likes him. Harry Suter, Ocon Engsler, they've got a pretty big side as well, don't they? So for a wall would maybe favour them, so it has to be a pretty perfect free kick. Çalhanoğlu as well. I know I mentioned Adagula is pretty good at them. There isn't many better than Çalhanoğlu, but he likes them a little bit further out, doesn't he? Maybe it's a bit too close for him, so maybe they favour the left foot of Gula from this angle. It's more so to the right-hand side of Turkey's attacking play. So let's see what they can conjure up. It really does look like it's going to be Adagula, doesn't it? Çalhanoğlu stood there, but he's not shaped up like he's going to shoot. It's a big wall. Adagula with a free kick. Goes across. It's a good save from Beats. There's a rebound for Yildiz. It's a goal-mouth scramble. It's still in there. Koçu hangs it back, and he's claiming for handball. They're adamant for a handball. The referee says no for the time being. VAR's going to have a look at it. Adagula's effort was a wicked one. It caused a problem for Beats. It bounced right in front of him. The goalkeeper carries on his unbelievable performance so far. I don't believe there's going to be a penalty, but the referee's called it for a halt for now.
It was a brilliant save. It was clever by Gula as well, because the goalkeeper took up quite a central position on the line. This waved away the penalty. Corner's going to come in.
Corner whipped in towards the back post, headed away by Chakati, and then a strike inside the penalty area from Yüksek goes over the bar.
Yeah, it was savvy positioning from the keeper, who went quite central, so it forced Gula to go to the other side. You would intend he go curling to the right, but then he's trying to wrong foot the keeper. It was a little bit central, wasn't right in the corner from Gould. It was still a good attempt, bounced right in front of the keeper, an awkward one down to his right. Good save in the end, just about pushes it clear, but tests him. Australia have been pushing, that's all it takes, isn't it? A foul like that, a free kick comes in, and the game can change. Australia have themselves a throw-in on the far side.
Thrown on the far side for Australia. Shakir clearing his lines as we wait for this throw-in to be taken. Well, I think it's fair to say Australia have been the better side in this second half, haven't they? They've looked brilliant. Playing with no fear, which is what we're loving so far. Okan Angsley under pressure from two players. Looked like he didn't feel the pressure. Simply just brought it down, played the pass, and that's a great ball down the right. It's a nice play. Demiral steps in. They're just sipping it around like there's no pressure on them at all, as if they're the complete favourites.
The best compliment I give them is they're doing the simple things right, and they're doing them well. That's the difference. They're not overcomplicating it. They're just doing the simple things, doing it very well, and they're getting success from it. It has to be said, the defending's been absolutely top tier so far. Nearly an hour gone, still half an hour to go. It's a long way to go. It's set up for a fantastic last half an hour.
Yeah, it really is. I think it's been quite somewhere better than the first game we did at 2 a.m, which
Agreed.
Thank God that was the case, because if we had that 2 a.m. game at 5 a.m, I think we'd be half asleep, Nathan, or more than half asleep. We're probably half asleep now as we see the ball ricochet back into the penalty area off Keenan Yildiz. The goalkeeper with the ball in hand. He's just taking his time for the time being, and then he does drop it. He's going to look to boot it long with his left boot towards Iran Kunda. Never going to win a header. Probably the smallest player on the pitch. And here's Goulet on the attack. Down the right, Australia look open for a rare moment. Ada Goulet's pass is a poor one. Cleared away by Italiano. Only as far as Bardacci. We now see Kadioglu finds Keenan Yildiz, who's not been able to work his impact so far as he dances into the penalty. As I say that, what a run from him. Almost brought down. He kept his foot in, and it's into the hands of the goalkeeper. He was so almost brought down there. What a run from him.
It was brilliant. He's dancing in between two. He's flirting with a heel flick. There was a bit of a lunge in there, wasn't there? And there was a bit of contact. I'm very surprised in this day and age. You see a lot of players throw themselves to the floor to buy it. I'm surprised he didn't. He must have really thought that he could get through and get a shot off a goal. Very honest of him, it has to be said. So I will credit him for that. That's going to be a free kick for Australia just inside the Turkey half. But yeah, credit to him. That's what he does that Yilmaz didn't do in the first half.
Yeah, exactly that. As we now see Iran Kunda on the floor. As we now see this free kick ready to be taken. And there's going to be a change as well coming up. It's going to be Iran Kunda to make way on the hour mark. Maybe for more defensive work rate and energy, because he's been outstanding, so it seems a little bit early to take him off, but it is his goal that separates the two sides, and he better be getting a standing ovation from them Australians, because he's been unbelievable. So he makes way for Velupile on the left-hand side.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been brilliant. One of the front three that's worked really hard. Iran Kunda's worked half off the ball as well, so you need to credit him for that. Maybe tired legs, I'm not quite sure. Saving for the future matches. Either way, it probably wouldn't be my first name to be taken off, but well, he knows better than me.
Yes, you now see this ready to be taken. Hooked towards the back post for Harry Suter, who usually wins everything in the air. He's headed towards goal, easily claimed by Shakir, who pulls it out for Çalhanoğlu under a bit of pressure. Plays it to the right. Heavy pass for Çelik, but he keeps it alive. Ada Goulet cuts onto his stronger left boot. He's driving forward, still going. Lovely final touch to get away from Metcalf, who we've not said his name too much, and a great ball for Keenan Yildiz. Takes it into his stride. Yildiz into the penalty area, onto his left boot, checks onto his right, lays it off for Kadioglu, who thought about shooting. He doesn't in the end. He finds Koçu. Good foot in from Velupile. His first touches are ones that maybe explain his substitution, because he's straight back defending, helping his side, and Australia win a throw-in. Great defending again.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think it's more of a defensive substitution for them. You can already see that vital interception from Nishan Velupile. Did very well. We're already going to get substitutions on the other side as well. Akgun is coming on for Koçu. He didn't exactly set the world alight. He's a brilliant midfielder, but hasn't brought it this afternoon. Akgun is absolutely fantastic. He should bring a lot, like say, fresh legs and fresh ideas.
Yeah, and it's Atgun, the former Leicester man, onto the field of play. Celik has Atgun to his right, uses the number 19, who cuts inside. He's got Yuksek for company. That's going to be with Kadioglu. 62 minutes on the clock in this one. Yildiz driving at his man once again. He cuts inside. He thinks about the shot. He goes for the shot. Well blocked. This time from Metcalf. Defensively being great. Now it's going to be with Yuksek. Turns away from his man towards the left-hand side for Bardacci. He finds Kadioglu, who's got Çalhanoğlu for company. Kadioglu turns away from his man. Still going himself. Plays all the way back for Çalhanoğlu. His first touch was a poor one. Slowed it down just for the moment. Arda Güler was maybe trying to leave that Çalhanoğlu. Jumped over it. He finds Yildiz instead. Güler once more. Pretty central. Looks for the reverse pass for Kadioglu, who didn't expect that, and cleared away. There's just so many yellow shirts at the back so far. It's almost overwhelming for Turkey.
Yeah, they're struggling. They're still struggling to break through this Aussie back line. It's this unit, should I say, this defensive structure. They're really struggling to get through. They look a bit short of ideas and what they want to do. And credit to Australia for that. They're really penning Turkey back. And like you say, they can't get through at the minute. And their ball across the face of the box is just cleared all the way back to halfway, and they just can't break it.
Yeah, they can't at the moment. As we now see Bardacci, who finds Çalhanoğlu, who looks for a clip ball over the top. Decent one, well headed away by Burgess. There's just someone everywhere, Brilliant. Isn't there, for Australia? Here's O'Neill. We've not said his name too much, but he's been fantastic alongside Håkon Engsler as well. It's going to be with Sutar in possession. He's going to carry it to the left-hand side. Decent ball for Burgess, who just about gets there. Boz turns away, and once again turns away again. I mean, wow. He's got some, hasn't he? And this is good play, and then a good sliding challenge from Demirala. Perfect sliding challenge as well. Who finds Arda Güler dancing into the area. He finds Akçakoglu, turns away, lays it off for Çalhanoğlu. What a challenge that is from Håkon Engsler. Once again, back heel from Yildiz isn't a good one. It's going to be dealt with, but there was the number 24 once again. Håkon Engsler with a vital challenge. The attack's still alive for Turkey though. Celik finds Arda Güler, cleared away by Suter. Only as far as Yüksek once again. Now it's going to be Kadioglu. Güler goes for goal from distance. Never really on that one and blocked away.
Adding on the matches from yesterday, I think this is quickly becoming match of the day, to be honest. I think it's been brilliant. It's the one I've enjoyed the most. It's been pleasing on the eye. It's been a tactical game. There's been attacking and defending. Probably not an attacking masterclass, but defensively, and the skill we've seen from both teams has been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed the 65 minutes we've seen so far. Just getting a bit worried for Australia is they're dropping further and further in, made that defensive substitution. Is this what it's going to be for the next 25 minutes? Who knows?
Yeah, definitely could be. We now see Yildiz, who finds Arda Güler, opens up his body. He's on the left-hand side, looks for a ball to Yildiz once again. He looks to get the better of Italiano, opens it up, goes for goal, blocked away again. Arda Güler looks offside, nothing given as of yet. Yildiz opens it up, what a block again. These Australians at the back have been absolutely unbelievable. They're blocking everything. I'm bought into it. I really am. I'm invested into this defensive performance. And it's not even been defensive, has it, from Australia? They're just doing their job. They've been great attacking-wise as well. They've always wanted to get on the attack. They're not just parking the bus because they want to. When they can, they're going forwards. As we now see Yildiz. He's up against his man. He plays it all the way back for Bardacci. Çalhanoğlu now goes towards the right-hand side. He finds Celik. Ball into the centre. Akçakoglu with a poor pass. And it's going to be cleared away towards Boz. He looks to turn it away. It's a rare mistake from him in terms of his touches.
Yeah, he turned into trouble. He didn't get the call. There was another man behind him. He's running away from one. Couldn't get away from the other in the end. Just going to be penned back. You just feel like them lads up front, Toure, doesn't want to sit too deep. Stretch the play. Don't pen in too deep. Because Turkey have just been, last 5 minutes, really pushing them back. They've dealt with it, but they need to get forward, and they might just do here.
Yeah, there's a chance, and it could be a breakaway. And Toure doesn't pick the pass to the right-hand side. Just took a little bit too long.
You've got a left foot. He's gone with the outside of the right and scuffed it. It's your weaker left. Just use it. You're a professional footballer. He got it all wrong. The big chance to get forward there. Oh, brilliant.
As we now see the ball on the right-hand side, and good defending in the end from Burgess. Getting across, forcing it out. Atgun's first real touch has just seen these blocks. It was Cherkati initially, then Yildiz went across, then it was O'Neill. They're all putting a shift in.
It's becoming the category of heroic at this point. The way they're throwing themselves in, I think that's going to get us a hydration break, and they'll get a bit of halftime of the second half music in the stadium. Just entertain them for the next couple of minutes while they take on the fluids. It's been brilliant, honestly. It's been absolutely fantastic. As a neutral, it's been fantastic. Turkey not hitting the heights they want to. Is that because they're having an off day? Or is that down to Australia and how good they've been defensively and offensively? Is it both? Who knows? We just know that Australia have been absolutely fantastic and Turkey have been slightly off the pace. And you can say they credit the lead that they have.
Yeah, Torre looks like he's got a bit of cramp. I played my first 11-a-side game in what's felt like 5 or 6 years yesterday. I've still got cramp from that, from last night. That was at 8 p.m. Not the night that we've just entered, as in Friday night. So I envy him. I feel his pain. I'm still feeling that pain, but he's put a real shift in. He's great. Jack of all trades up front, isn't he? If I was on this game with one of our colleagues, Hugs, as we call him, he'd be stood up, he'd just be applauding. He'd be loving this Australian performance, he really would. Of course, some exciting games tomorrow. I think the pick, technically today, should I say. I think the pick of the day, I think everyone would agree, Netherlands-Japan. Looks like that could be a real even and fun matchup. Just seeing the goal back from Iran Kunda. The Australian fans sent into absolute pandemonium. The scenes are unbelievable. They really are, like we said, heavy underdogs coming into this game. I mean, the odds completely in favour of Turkey. Australia so far, 69 minutes in, really do deserve the lead.
Yeah, when you talk about chances for Turkey, not one springs to mind. Plenty of shots from the edge of the box that haven't really troubled. Bardacci aside, that half volley attempt was brilliant. There's still a hydration break, by the way. You're not missing anything. That half volley on the edge of the box that was an unbelievable save from Beach. That aside, I haven't really seen enough from Turkey, and there hasn't been enough chances for them. And they have really, really struggled against this defensive unit of Australia. And they brought Yildiz on, and he's brought a little bit more to that left flank than Yilmaz did in the first, but not a whole lot. And he's an incredible talent, and that just speaks volumes of what we've seen so far. And I'd fancy Australia against Paraguay. Tight game against USA. Don't know how it would turn out themselves, but I'd feel for Australia if they didn't walk away with maximum points, because what we've seen in the last 70 minutes of football has just been astonishing.
It really has. And there's still a lot of time left, and football can be a cruel sport. Turkey have players good enough to make it the cruelest of sports today for Australia. And I just find it fun at World Cup when they pan to the stands and you just see random kids, random tops. You've just seen someone in an Austria shirt who's, of course, over there to support Austria, but he's just thought, right, we can get into one of these games, so he's gone to them. That's the beauty of it. We see all sorts, don't we, in the stands, but there's good spirits, it seems, from both sets of travelling supporters. That may be, if you're Turkish and watching this, you might be a little bit worried, but you also still be super confident for the next two games, even to still get something from this, because they know the players they've got. What a header that is from Harry Suter. A brilliant header. Bardacci goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Çakir. Now it's going to be with Demiral. And it's going to go all the way through to Bardacci. Bardacci now in possession. He's going to carry it forward with a terrible pass. Gives it straight to Velupole, who gave it away initially. Then a poor forward ball towards Kadioglu. He then finds Çalhanoğlu. 71 minutes on the clock. We've reached the halfway stage of this second half, and I'll hand you over to Nathan to take you through to full time.
Thanks, Kate. Let's move to the far side to Bardacci. Left-footed ball across the floor. Over to the far side. Yildiz, left side of the box. Jiving one way and the next. He goes to his left. Ball into the first man. What an important interception and a brilliant one. But it's going to be kept alive by Gula out on the far side. Free roam for him. The Real Madrid man. Just go anywhere he wants and make it work. Selic near side, the number 2. Moves it down the line to the Substitute Akgun, right of the area, lays it back a couple of yards. Cananoglu hasn't been able to pull the strings like he has, and he just has done. Seelick in behind, shot comes in, hit the goalkeeper, and a great save at a corner. The first real time they've been able to cut through the Socceroos, and he's gone for goal. No one really making a dart into the centre. He's just trying to force it home at the front. Stood up well, did Beach. When he's been called upon, the Australian keeper has done very well. In swinging corner, it's going to be by Ardagula. Right arm up in the air. From the near side, ball goes in, looks like a gun into the back post. No one there though. Headed clear to the far side. Arctogoglu just goes backwards to Cananoglu. He's going to go for goal. He's taken on one. He's actually laid it to the near side to Akgun, and all the way to the near side to Gula once again. Right side of the box. Back to Akgun on the edge. Over to the far side. They move it around from right to left to right. And they're actually going to go all the way back to Shakir in goal in his all blue near the centre circle of his own half. 73 on the clock. Australia 1, Turkey 0. That's the way it's been since the first half. 22 attempts on goal for Turkey, 8 for Australia. And only 2 more attempts on target for Turkey. They have not been able to break through. Akgun goes backwards. Gula, it's his shooting range. He's gone for it. It's over the top. The one man you once had the shooting boots has not got it this evening.
No, he doesn't. We see him put that miles over the bar. And in the end, there was definitely onside. It was a great ball, wasn't it, for Celik, who could have cut it back. I slightly feel for Celik in the sense that I think maybe he's got a defence that Yildiz is throwing his arms about. A couple of them are. None of them make a good run. They kind of just stand in the area and hope it goes near them. No one's making that clever run. There's a change coming up or a couple changes, should we say, for Australia. Geria is on for Italiano on the right hand side. Torre has made way for Yengi. Torre has been unbelievable leading the line, hasn't he? What a performance from him up front.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, it has to be said. Tete Yengi coming on the number 26 as well. Ball's just at the back with Suter. It's going to be breaking through. Maybe a chance here for Australia to kill this game. There's a man over on the near side. Didn't go for him. Oh, he scored! It's 2-0 to Australia. I thought he was going to lay it. Well, he shouldn't have, because he's whacked it with the left. From range, 25 yards out into the bottom right-hand corner. And if that's going to wrap up 3 points, they've done it in style. 15 to play, and Australia may have just clinched a very famous win for the Socceroos.
And it's pure Aussie magic as well. It's Metcalf, who Nathan said before the game, look out for the St. Pauli boy, because he's got a bit about him. Well, he's wowed me. They've all wowed me. But it is a great moment. It's one of the goals of the tournament so far. It's from distance, but it drills along the ground into the near bottom corner. What a hit. The Aussies are going mental in the ground. I couldn't help but cheer a little bit when they scored, because of how good they've been, how much they've deserved it as underdogs. The confidence, what a hit it is. It is perfect from the number 8, who I think sacrificed a lot of his game in this second half. He's done a lot of defending for a right winger, a lot more defending than attacking, that's for sure. And he's deserved that in this game. Look at how happy they are. They're going mental. I mean, Torre had cramp, and he was down 5 minutes ago. He's just come off, and he's sprinted on. The assistant manager's in tears with the manager. I mean, this is what the World Cup's for. I could fall asleep any second because I'm absolutely knackered from these 2 games, with it being the time it is. But I've got goosebumps watching the replay of that. I really have. That is pure magic. Australia deserve this 2-0. What a pleasure of a match it's been to watch for them. Their fans are going to celebrate all night. They really are in Vancouver. They've still got a job to do. 14 minutes left, but what a hit.
Them goosebumps do not come from the aircon unit, that's for sure. It's definitely from Australia. It was a lovely goal by Metcalf. He made himself look good. He made me look good as well. I've got to thank him for that one. Wrapped it with the left foot into the bottom right corner. I don't think the keeper expected it. I think the keeper was expecting that ball to move sideways again. Caught him by surprise and flat-footed into the bottom right corner. There's going to be a lot of barbecues tonight for them Socceroos. That's for sure. It's in the box for Turkey. Shot comes in. Oh, it did hit an arm. Referee sees nothing with it. It was pretty much at point blank. There's nothing he could do to move it out the way. It's over to the far side for Turkey. They're running out of time. It's certainly on the back foot now. That's for sure. I mean, the stats, they've absolutely battered them. 64% possession for Turkey to 31 for Australia. 9 shots for Australia, 24 for Turkey. But it doesn't matter, because the one stat that means the most is Australia 2, Turkey 0. Ball to the back post, pulled back across. Oh, it should have been 2-1. Aktogoglu, he got it on the full volley on the instep. Oh, he's put it right anywhere but 7 yards out, and that's 2-1.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, anywhere but there, and it is 2-1 and game on again. They've just got to stay resilient now. They really do. That's great from Yengi. Just little stuff like that. Battle for that initial ball, and a free kick's been given.
It has. It's been given. 12.5 to go. Turkey need to get on with it and find something. I tell you what, they're walking out with maximum points, Australia. They thoroughly deserve it, you'd have to say. Gula, he's looking for a pass. He can't find anything at the minute. Moves it to the near side to Akgun. Someone's getting stripped ready to go for Turkey. Going to call for more aid. Gula, edge of the box, zips it into the box. Good turn by Chanioglu, slides in to cut it across. Of course, there's an Aussie defender there to clear it. Throwing near side right by the corner flag for the Turks. Throw it backwards to Gula. Now they are sitting in deep, Australia. If they weren't struggling before, they are now. Lazy flick by the Turk. Chanioglu, it's going to be cleared all the way deep into their half, and Yengi's causing problems here. He's fighting a battle that he's winning as well. He's up against 2 and he's won it. He's won it high up, and they're going to come forward here. He's done brilliantly well. Guerrier's going to move it down the line. Metcalf cross. It's come off a Turkish man, and Australia have a throwing deep in the Turkey half. Absolutely brilliant work, it has to be said. Working so hard for every brawl. You just have to take a bow.
Yeah, you really do. They've all put the shift in. They've all bought into it. It's been unbelievable. Just seeing that chance back again. The potential handball was way too close proximity to give a penalty.
His arm's down by his side. It's natural. Throw-in's going to come in. It's hit Yengi. Big striker he is. Holding that one up right on the byline. And has he put that off a Turkish man? He has. It's going to be a Australia corner on the far side, and 11 to play. Turkey running out of time. Will they make them substitutions now? They're going to wait for the corner to come in. I wonder what Vincenzo Montella's thinking right now. Wouldn't be expecting this. Australia on cloud 9. 6th successive World Cup finals for Australia. First competitive meeting between these two. Couple of friendlies back in 2004. It's been a long time since faced each other. Ball into the box. Looks like a teaser. It's a good defensive header out in their own 6-yard box. Guerrier's going to hit it back once the way it came. Over to the far side. Has that come off a Turkish man? It hasn't. It's come off an Australia boot as he overruled it. The linesman's given it to Turkey. I think he may have just overruled this. He has. Been Australia throwing on the far side for Sikati. And I think that's because he's got a long throw. The number 3, referee's counting down, needs to be quick. As I think they're actually just going to go for the substitutions here, and Turkey are going to be quick about it. They're going to make a couple of substitutions. Looks like the number 18 will be coming on, which is Mulder, Mert Mulder, the number 18, and I think Özkan as well. Salih Özkan will be coming on. We'll just confirm that with 10 to play. But is it a little too late for Turkey?
Yeah, absolutely seems that to me. But there is 10 minutes. All it takes is that goal in the next 5 to really make it game on. Ball into the area. And it goes in behind towards the goalkeeper.
As Mulder's going to get it now and carry it forward with the bleached blonde hair. Moves it down the right flank. Akgun's at full speed. Slide comes in. He's rode it really well. He's trying to feed it through into the box. Can't. And Australia bodies there, and they've cleared their lines. It's back with Demiral, right of centre. Silik was the one that came off, the number 2 for the number 5, Özkan. It's moved now to Chanioglu. Özkan again, moved to the near side to Akgun. And then it's Mulder playing it right back now. Gula, 25 yards out, centrally. He's got a lot of bodies in front of him, trying to feed it through. They just can't break them down. And then cleared. And it's just been the same play. We're watching the same play right in front of us. Every single time Turkey trying to break them down, trying to play through them, they just can't do it, and they've stuck to the way they play. Gula makes go for goal, he has, and it's over the top, and we've seen that 3 or 4 times from him. And they just don't change what they've done, and it's been that way for 80 minutes, and they haven't broken them down.
Goul is special, isn't he? But it probably just opened there, where he opened it up under no real pressure. It probably just felt like that whole Australian team just said, please shoot, mate, because you've done it all game. We can't believe our luck, but you've been woeful from that distance, and that should be his bread and butter, at least forcing a save, coming close. He's not come close, has he really, Goul from there? He's had at least a good 3 or 4 chances from that little range. 2 changes getting ready to be brought on for Australia pretty soon, but it's Turkey on the attack.
On the near side for Akgun, as he dances around, moved inside to Goul. He's strafing down the right-hand side. He's looking for... There's no one moving. They're all at walking pace at the minute. I think Aziz Bahish is going to be coming on for the Aussies. The 35-year-old. Yildiz, left-hand side, moves inside. Wants the return. Doesn't quite get it from Kadioglu. Down the left flank to the byline. Pulls it back across. Guerriere with a header away. And then Metcalf's just going to clear. He's come off a Turkish man. It will be a throw-in for Australia on the far side. It's just not going their way. And you just like to think with 7 to play, Australia have just about got it done.
Yeah, and there's a couple of changes coming up. Baich and Jackson Irvine getting ready to come on. Bosch is going to make way. Wow. I've even had a message from a friend saying this balls who's watching it as well. He's stayed up just to watch it for the pure joy of watching football. He said this number 5 at left back is unbelievable, and he has been. And I tell you what, the other one, Ocon Engsler, he's made way as well. There's a long way to go. I think if nothing changes, the 24 Ocon Engsler will be my man of the match. He has been unbelievable. 2 real key players, if not the best players, making way. This is where Australia have to stay so sharp.
Yep, this is crunch time for them. 6 to play. It's centrally for Turkey, and they're going to go short with the free kick, left of centre, far side. Over halfway they go. Çanioglu. Inside it goes into the centre to move it forward is Özkan. Back it goes to Demiral, just moving it forward to the far side. 6 to play. Can they change their play? They've done the exact same thing and haven't been able to break through Australia yet. Back it goes to Kadioglu into the edge of the box. It comes in. Akukoglu just couldn't feed it. He's actually been tripped, and that's in a very, very dangerous position. And I tell you what, something like a free kick can change a game, and if it hits the back of the net, this whole complexion changes. And it was Irvine. The first introduction of the substitute is to hack him down. Just shy of 25 yards out, left side. This is more Çanioglu's range.
Yeah, exactly. Çanioglu's range, this is definitely his. It's also on the left-hand side, Nathan, which almost favours his right foot. With Arda Güler's shooting today, I'd tell him to move away as well, because it's not been good enough. I think this has to go now. I said on the 80th minute, one has to go by the 85th. It feels there's a change. Looks like Deniz Gül is on for Aktukoglu. Big number 9 onto the field of play. Big moment. Free kick from a decent range. You think set for Çanioglu, where he's made a name for himself from these moments.
Absolutely. And he was going to step up. It's low, and it's a good save. It's another low one to the other corner, just like Güler did, and he kept an eye on it. It bounced just before him, but that's a smart save, and he's got round his man with a good first touch. He's been tripped as well. Surely a yellow card here for the Turkish man. I think it will be. O'Neill's been hacked to the floor by Akgun. Knew exactly what he was doing there. And the number 19 will go into the book. And is that the first yellow card of the evening here? I think it actually is, or the morning for us. But I think that's the first yellow card. They've got a fantastic streak of cards to Turkey, into the teens in terms of matches for cards in a row. And that was definitely one.
Yes, definitely a yellow card. Yunus Akgun. He's off the bench, so I don't know why he's maybe looked so tired in that moment. He's not been able to make the impact, has he, so far, Yunus Akgun. He's been frustrating. Usually when I watch him for Turkey, he's quite frustrating in this one. 9 shots for Australia. As well, they've given it a great go to even score more and more goals, haven't they? On another day, they might have had 3. They really might have, as we see Mulder in the challenge with Bajic, who goes down. He's looking for the free kick. I tell you what, he didn't just roll around and moan. Instantly straight back up, trying to win it back, and they win the throw-in. I'm surprised they've not just celebrated that on the left-hand side, because little stuff like that is just perfect at this stage of the game. You have to kill this game out. How do you kill this game out? You force mistakes. You force frustration upon the other team, and that's exactly what they've done. 86.5 minutes on the clock. Like I said about Ocon Engsler, the number 24 in midfield today, a real tall unit midfielder, isn't he? That seems to have a lot of energy, a lot of pace, a lot of forward thinking, a lot of defensive thinking. They've all had a good shout of being spoke about for a potential man of the match. The goalkeeper, Beach, has been unbelievable. The centre halves have been fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to leave anyone out. All of them who started this game have been fantastic.
They've been absolutely superb. And going off the match ratings, 7.8 is the highest with Conor Metcalf. Will they look that way? I don't know. Ball down the left-hand side for Gula. He's going to put a high and hanging ball to the back post. Too much on it, really. And he's back, and they're going to try recycle it from the right-hand side. They're going to put another ball in. Atgood may just do that with the left. He's moved it across centrally. They're just so reluctant to put it into the box, and they've lost it as well. Yengi's battling so hard, and he's put it forward. But the pace of Kadioglu, look at the pace of him after 88 minutes. That's very impressive from the Brighton man. What an engine to win it back. Otherwise, they were going to go in on goal there, Australia. And they're going to move it forward, left of centre, over to the far side. Özkan, over to Yildiz. The Juventus man moves it inside to the Brighton man, Kadioglu. And they're moving out the centre of the centre circle over to the near side, Mulder. He's just slipped there, Gula, but he finds his feet again. Moves it back to Mulder. Over to Chanioglu. It's right to left. It's a lot of possession, but not a lot of movement towards goal. Beach is very quiet at the minute. Wave after wave of attack. His shot's going to come in by Gula, straight at the feet of Beach, and he takes it in two hands. And it's just not changing this game. The theme of this game hasn't changed. Minute and a half. I don't think there'll be that much added on. We've had a few substitutions, not a lot of stoppages in the game, like VAR checks or anything. I won't be surprised it's about 3 minutes.
It's been free-flowing, hasn't it? It'll probably lean towards 5 or 6, just simply for the fact there's been the substitutes, there's been the goal, there's been not a lot of fouls, not a lot of time wasted, it's not felt, but they'll just add it up.
Hydration break, of course.
And the hydration break as well, that adds maybe 2 minutes to it as well. But yeah, Australia are within touching distance, not just a valuable 3 points, a clean sheet. You look at the attacking talent in this Turkey side, a clean sheet is just, it's the cherry on top and more, isn't it?
Just brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic by them. Over to the far side it goes. Yildiz. Down the line it goes to Gula on the Cruyff. He stood up. He's standing still, trying to beat his man. He can't get round him. He's going to have to check it back to the edge. Kadioglu, ball into the box. Who's there? Harry Suter. It's up rather than out. Irvine is going to clear it, and now Yengi's going to chase it. He goes down to halfway, man, it's the deck. It's going to be a free kick for Turkey inside the centre circle. And they're going to get on with it quickly. Kadioglu, over halfway they go. We've got 15 seconds until we find out how much additional time the Venezuela referee has added on. Yildiz, left side of the box, goes back on the right, back on the left. Trying to get a ball in, he's back on the right. He's just stood up, he just can't break it down. Back to Chanioglu, ball in the box, looks decent. The back post header comes in, goal kick. Not good at all. Still struggling, still frustrated, and it's going to be an evening to forget for the Turks.
Yeah, it is. 6 minutes
well done.
Of added time predicted.
Bang on.
In that sense, it just felt like that was going to be the case. We've just seen the strike back from Metcalf. It's perfect, isn't it? I guess when you're trying to win a goal of the tournament award, it always helps when it's more upwards into the top corner. It just looks more satisfying, doesn't it? But that is the perfect strike. It really is. Bouncing from to the side of the goalkeeper's left hand into the bottom corner. It was special. A real special moment that almost got myself and Nathan both off our seats. It was such a good goal. We now see Turkey on the attack. There's Cherkati again. We've not said his name that much. He's been great as well. As we now see Yengi looking to hold it up and maybe kill a little bit of the clock. He's done great. Runs down the right side, runs into traffic and out of play in the end. As the Turkish fans watch on in complete dismay.
Yeah, that's what Yengi's been brought on, the big lad, just to hold up the ball. As it moves to Chanioglu, over halfway it goes to Mulder. And the bleach blonde moves to the near side to Gula, trying to look for a man down the line, and it's just hit by Hish. It moves to Chanioglu from the throw. Can he get a ball in the box? He's been laid off it. He's going to slice it to the far side. Good crossfield ball on the chest, cushioned by Yildiz. Run at the fullback and a chip ball in with the right boot. It's over everyone and it head clear by Cameron Burgess. Minute and a half into the 6 gone. Move to the near side to Chanioglu. It's just going to be Turkish pressure for here on out. until we hear that final whistle. Header goes forward, looking for Gül, and it will be just lofted into the stands. It will be a Turkey throwing far side. Harry Suter there, he's a shout for man of the match, most certainly a strong contender. The Australian captain, Yildiz throws it backwards, gets it once again. 92nd minute of the 6th. We're over an hour and a half of football. Ball into the box, headed clear by Irvan this time. Every ball, every question Turkey ask, Australia have the answer. Kadioglu into the box he goes. Is that off Australia foot? They're both appealing. It's going to be a goal kick. And it just hasn't been Turkey's night at all in terms of the decisions, the way the ball's falling.
No, it hasn't. Demiral fuming with the referee, but we've not been able to see it back, so we can't make too much comment about it. But a goal kick for Australia. What a night for them. What an early morning for us watching on. It's been a great game. It's woke me up, that's for sure. As we see Turkey back in possession now, Australia happy to just give them the ball back and defend this clean sheet, which would just be brilliant.
71% possession for Turkey, 29 attempts on goal, and Australia lead 2-0. Isn't football a fascinating game? Oh, Adegula thought he'd been fouled. Oh, the referee's changed his mind. He delayed it as well. He didn't think, he thought about it, but he gave it late. Australia would have been 2-1 in on goal. They've got the free kick. Adegula takes it short, 1-2. He's going to put it into the box. It's a bad ball in, and it's going to be Gedier to clear. Irvine takes it down. Anywhere will do for Turkey now. Over halfway through, the 6 minutes added on. Turkey have a throw in on the near side. I can't say they've been that bad, Turkey. I just feel like they've just been condemned to that.
Yeah, they really have. It's just they've not been able to match the intensity, the physical aspect, that want, that hunger for success in this game, which Australia they've craved from minute one, haven't they? And they've got it, and that's just what a side, a well-drilled side, a well-coached side deserve. There's a ball across the face of goal. That is Harry Suter.
Wow.
I mean, what an animal. He's been at the back. I mean, he's just won everything, and there he is again. Ball whipped back in. Whose head's on it? There's only one man, Harry Suter. There again, another ball whipped back in. This time it's nowhere near him. Falls towards Yildiz. He goes for goal, and Harry Suter with the pick of the bunch. He takes it flash in the face. It wobbles him. He barely knocks down. That was almost like a boxer taking a heavyweight shot, and he didn't drop.
And he
stayed on his feet. He's not moaned. Play continues from the corner.
Ball into the box. It's onto the roof of the net. Did it take a nick? They're appealing for it. It looks like it will be a Turkey corner out on the far side. Multi-ball system. Gula wants the ball to run behind you. You've got a minute and a half. You need to be quick. There's kids in tears out on them stands for Turkey. Can you believe? Outswinging left-footed corner. Can they get anything? Even the goal difference. Oh, it's hit the first man from Gula. It's a horrific ball in. It's Yildiz out to the edge of the box. Needs to be closed down. Çanioglu move to Akgun. Trying to clip it into the box to the back post. Flag stays down. It's going to cross Harry Suter's there. And then the keeper will collect it. Of course he's there and he screams into the stands. High fives all around. They believe now they've done it. There's an offside in there as well. Under half a minute to go. I mean, Conor Metcalf, yes. Irakundi, yes. Both brilliant goals. But for me, you've got to be giving player of the match to Harry Suter.
Yeah, I mean, it's been hard to argue. No, it really has. Okan Engsler is someone I'm so excited to see more of, the 21-year-old of Sydney in this tournament. And I did give him my man of the match. I'm going to stick with him just. Harry Suter, he's more than capable of taking our imaginary award. Because, I mean, wow. The defending, not just over the last 10 minutes of this whole game, but when they're defending, when the going's getting a little bit tough against some real quality attackers, he has won everything. Every time he's won something, we've kind of just looked at each other, haven't we, Nathan? As in, like, shrugged our shoulders. We're not shocked anymore. Of course it was him.
It's the norm. As Gula has it, we're ticking over 96. All eyes on the referee and how much he's going to add on. Gula's got the ball. He's battling away. And it looks like the Venezuelan referee has blown for full time. It's not gone to script for Turkey. It's turned out to be a good day for the Aussies. Full time, it's Australia 2, Turkey 0 in Vancouver.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities.